Black Box is a relational network and grid that we have with incredible frontline workers that we've had in many cases for decades. They work in the shadows to avoid persecution themselves when at all possible. Sometimes it's unavoidable, and it's those people that we want to get behind in Black Box and fuel. I think is really kind of the heart of Black Box, to be able to find those types of indigenous national workers and come alongside them in really smart ways.
Following Jesus' love, it's beautiful. It's the best picture I have ever seen. In our country, it's forbidden to go to other religions. If you go, you should be killed. People are afraid to be a Christian.
Meeting these frontline workers and seeing the difficult barriers that they face in many places around the world where the gospel is not gone, they're overcoming significant barriers just to survive in these environments. Not too long ago, I was in conversation with one Black Box worker. This young girl was going to travel down from her village and meet me, and as she met me on the path, I could see that her countenance had fallen. And I looked at her face, and it was swollen. She had been beaten severely. And I asked her, I said, "What in the world has happened to you?" And she said, "Well, I was beaten for my faith." And I said, "Who did this?" And she said, "Well, it was even people of my own household." And I remember, I'll never forget, I asked her, I said, "Did you think that you were going to die?" And her response to me was, "I died when I accepted Christ. My life is no longer my own." And with that kind of heart and bravery, that's how God's light is reaching the darkest places on the planet. A scene is painted in the book of Revelation of one day every single tribe, tongue, and nation praising God in eternal rapturous praise, giving glory to Him.
Besides, it's difficult, it's so lovely and so joyful. When God responds to you, when you ask God and God talks to you and gives you clear and very bright answers, and this is so beautiful.
Following Christ means that you are on a collision course for the darkest places on this planet, because Christ heads to the darkest places, because that's where He wants to bring His light. And if you're following Him, then you're going to be on a trajectory of going to the places around this world where people sit in darkness and need to see that great light. And so we feel it's so important to create opportunities where these workers are provided with resources and through training can go deep in the Word of God and be anchored in His Word. It's ultimately going to help a new emerging church grow. Ultimate driving motivation for Black Box and for really our work on the front lines is the glory of God.